I have a lot of work to be doing. The ground is only drying up. But I am ignorant enough to decide to get, I'm in a Hilux. I decided to buy another Hilux and do her up. Bring her back to life. I'll show you the project. I should be doing stuff with the land, but what fun is that? So here I have a 98 Mark 4 Toyota Hilux. It has extendable bars at the front because there was a winch there originally. So look at the engine. The engine's perfect. It's just rust, and I will be getting rid of all that rust. I'm going to be taking out everything and painting the whole bay, painting all the bits, getting rid of all the rust down there, everything. It's going to be fun. So there's a few things. The body's going to be redone. At the moment, what I've done so far is I removed the canopy and started the sandblaster. It's fairly good. The wheel carrier at the back completely rotted. That had to come out. So that goes in that position there. If you look at the chassis, the major issues is here, one there, another little piece there. The rest of that, another little piece there, but the rest of it's fairly good. Here, this is a big problem because of, this is where the brakes lines were, and it's these freaking little small black holders of the brake lines causing all the damage. So you see there, that's after causing that hole, and the same in there, and you couldn't be seen because it's behind the gas tank, or the petrol, or the diesel tank I should say, which is over there at the moment. I'm going to re-weld all that, re-weld this, and then put some plates on it as well for extra strength. Sandblast the whole lot, and then I'm going to paint it red oxide and then paint it black. If you look, the major issue with the body is these sills. Now taking out this sill completely. I'll re-weld that in, and at the back it's fairly straightforward to do though. But besides that, I'm an optimist, as you can tell. Besides that, like that's surface rust. I'm going to scrape all that off and then prime it and paint it. But that's the biggest issue I have, which I will sort. But luckily, like, the mounts and things aren't too bad at all, so I'm not too worried. All these cross members are perfectly fine and good nick. If you look at the chassis there, it's actually black and good. Look at the body on there. So she can be saved, and she will be saved. Great thing, the engine's absolutely perfect, which you get with the Hiluxes. This is what I'm in the middle of. So she's a big enough project, but I'm enjoying it because it's great for your mental health to be doing something. So I took out the diesel tank there. See those lines there? They are for the brakes. So it's completely corroded from, see that there, the whole way. The rest of that line is good, so I'm going to cut it off, put a join into it, and I bought off Amazon a thing for making your own lines. I'm going to run it to the, what do they call it? It's a valve for the, when you're extra weight, it gives you more brakes. I've taken that off as well, and that's sitting in solution to convert the rust. I took out the exhaust because, let me show you this. This is the front bit, let me show you this. Your man who had this before was a vet, because he left these injections and things in the back of it. But yeah, look at this. He had a dual exhaust coming out of it, which I didn't like, and he had these steps in it that were handmade, but they weigh a ton. Not great for fuel consumption, so they're gone as well. And then wires down there are for all these extra lights he had up in it, but it's not a great job, so they're getting completely taken out. Inside the cab, this hole was already done, and that was to get to the fuel lines. The rust inside here is only very superficial. And I'll take all that off, put a rust converter on it, paint it. Some nice racing seats. Besides that, she's grand. She's only a little bit of a doer-upper. You gotta be mental to have to be optimist. This needs to be taken out. No, I've got to, maybe this is a different one, but I'm gonna go back to the original and then do body work on that. The fuel tank came out there this morning, so I'm going to sandblast the fuel tank, rust convert it, and then put her back in. But see, I'm getting to the stage now. I'm taking off. As soon as I cut out all that rot down the chassis, I'll be starting to go back the other way, which is what I want. You have to break eggs to make a cake, don't you? Crack eggs. But this is the major problem these Hiluxes have. It's around the dip here. If you have this cross member here, which is stopping water from moving. So what I'm actually going to do is cut a hole in the bottom of the chassis and power wash it to get all the debris out, and then do the inside of the chassis as well. But luckily around the mounts and things, it's good. That's a major issue if it's not. But there's still a hell of a lot of work to go. That's it, that's my project. I'll get back to you in about 3 years' time when I'm finished. Now the plan is to keep going with it, and hopefully I'll have the chassis done within next week or two, because I have other work to be doing as well. And then once I'm happy with that, bushings and all that, new shocks, get the mechanical side of things perfect, and then I'll worry about the body. But as you can see, I've done a little bit of sandblasting here. Everything's coming out absolutely lovely. So a lot of this I'll just take out and respray. New bushings in the wishbones. We'll see what the boots are like. It's not too bad. Brakes to be doing. I'll be doing new bumpers, new chrome bumpers, new chrome mirrors. And that's it. I took out the seat there earlier on. Easiest thing in the world. It's only a couple of bolts. Great thing about Japanese is you can actually, or the older type of cars, you can work on them. You know what I mean? Now, a last little tip, which I learned off of YouTube, is how to make your own rust converter. Very, very simple. Citric acid and baking soda, and a small bit of washing up liquid. So you use one of these, which I got in Mr. Price. One of these is 250 grams of that to 125 grams of baking soda, which is also Mr. Price. Baking soda. And with that concoction, it fizzes. You make it and it'll fizz and fizz. And when it stops fizzing, sorry now 1 second, it'll turn your rusted bolts, and I'm going to just put in your rusted bolts into that. Into absolutely perfect. Let me see. So I keep throwing different ones in here now, but these are completely rusted. What else have we got in here? I'll show you more. Like this was completely rusted. This was what happens when it. And this was completely rusted. Well, I'll show you. Outstanding in its own field. No, that was completely rusted. It just takes away all the rust. Leave it overnight. Same with these. I have this, which is soaking away here now. That's only been in an hour or two. It's already starting to see results. And then for the bits, that's great for stuff you can dunk. But for bits you can't, what it does, it turns into a paste. And you put it, you lather it on. You can see the way it's changing colour there. There's a reaction going on. You lather it on. You put cling film over it, and all that is get your solution, and then put it into a saucepan. Bring to the boil, and add corn flour. Keep adding corn flour until it gets to a consistency like a gel. You can either use corn flour or corn starch. I use corn flour because I couldn't get the corn starch. But let me show you this now as well. So there you go. It turns into a gel. And it's absolutely freaking amazing. Because what I can do now, you see where the rust was in the inside. I'll sand it off the top rust, put this onto it, put a bit of cling film over it, and I guarantee you by the morning it'll be completely gone. And then just paint over it then. So it's as good as Rust-Oleum and all that. It's actually better because the man who invented it was a fella on the YouTube. And it keeps working and working, while the ones you buy in the shop, they only work a few times because obviously they want you to buy more. And it's cheap as chips. It costs €2 for that and €2 for the baking soda. Put them together, and you put that to a litre. That'll make a litre. You can make it. You can add 2 litres if you're just dipping. But for the gel, that's for a litre. So you can make 10 litres for like 20 quid. It's amazing. So that's it now. That's my project. And if anyone's interested, I'll keep them updated on the other things I'm doing. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.